Well, guys, I wouldn't have believed it myself, but here is all you need to make really awesome bread that has no fat, no preservatives, no butter, no shortening, no high fructose corn syrup. It's crazy what's in bread at the store, like the whole wheat, all kinds of brands that say 100% whole wheat bread, and you assume that they're giving you something good, but it's full of preservatives and not so good things. Okay, so all you do is take, all you need is, I use kosher salt. It's coarse salt. You can use regular salt. I have before, and it's fine. You need some instant yeast, brewer's yeast. Doesn't matter what brand. Water, flour. That's it. Flour, yeast, water, salt. 4 ingredients. I'm really lazy, and this appeals to me. Alright, so I'm using a half a cup here. 1, 2, 6 half cups makes 3 cups, right? 3 cups flour we're doing here. 3. And you can see how exact I am. 4. I'm totally not exact. 5. I try to get close, right? Okay. 6. I'll put a little more since that was on obviously not 6. Okay. 6 cups. And the only thing that matters about mixing these ingredients is that we add the water last, because we want to, of course, mix up the ingredients first before we dump the water in, because we want the yeast to spread throughout the dough and not get stuck in one clump if we add the water. And I did that because I'm not a good baker. I'm not a baker, that's for sure. Alright, so there's the yeast, bang. And then we're going to put in, that's a 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. 1/4 teaspoon yeast. And then we're going to do, this is hard to do while holding the camera. Then we're going to do, so we got 3 cups flour. How am I going to do this? Let's see. Oh hell, I don't know. Didn't think about that. We're going to do 3 cups flour, 1/4 teaspoon yeast, and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Okay? Yes, I'm making a mess, and yes, this is funny. You can laugh. I don't care. This is for family. Alright, so about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So, after we get our flour and our yeast and our salt, 3 cups flour, 1/4 teaspoon yeast, 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons of sugar. Just mix it up. That's it. Takes 2 seconds. Just make sure it's mixed up. No big whoops. Done. Then we add our water. I do 1.5 cups. Sometimes I'll do a cup, closer to 1.75 cups. I like it. Lately I've been using a little more water because I like how it turns out. I like the moistness of the bread. Some people may not like their bread that moist. Okay, I do. It's yummers. Alright, so all I'm doing is I'm mixing it up. This is hard to do. It's hard not to do with 2 hands. I'm not afraid to get a little dirty with this process. Okay, get it mixed up. This is impossible to do with 1 hand, I just realized. Anyway, that's done. I mean, literally, you're done, except for getting the dough off of my hand, obviously. That's really all you need to do. No kneading at all. Okay? And I am going to come over here and show you what, and then you let it, you cover it with saran wrap, and with a top, you let it rise. This is what it looks like. after it's risen in the bowl for 18 hours, this particular one has actually risen for more like 20 hours, but it looks the same. Okay, see the nice, right? So I'm going to show you how I do it in just a second. I'm going to hit pause and then restart. Okay, so we're going from this after 18 hours to this, right? Now I'm just going to take my hand in here. I'm just going to loosen it up. Easy squeezy. It's a little bit hard to do while holding a camera, I won't lie. But, you know, it should be nice and wet. See how wet it is? Okay? You know, it's pretty wet. But it comes out of the bowl. I've got a cutting board here. I just put some flour on. Alright, it kind of looks like a goppy mess, but it's not that bad. Just flatten it out. I lay it once in the flour. And I'll sort of grab it and turn it over and lay it again, just so it's easier to handle. I'm not kneading it. There's no kneading involved in any of this. Okay, that's why it's so flippin' easy. Okay, at this point, I'll just take it. I mean, I literally am just taking it and folding it over. That's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. All right, and then I'm gonna have my Dutch oven over here. I'll wash my hands for just a second here. A little bit of that off. Okay. I've got my, this is kind of hard to do, but I'm going to show you anyway. I've got my Dutch oven preheating, 500 degrees. Okay, got the lid on and the whole deal. I'm going to hit pause so I don't burn myself. Alright, so I took the Dutch oven out, preheated at 500 degrees. Oh yeah, it's hot, it's smoking. Because I put a little bit of Pam in it while I've cooked a couple of loaves. And I guess I lied. The last thing you need is some Pam, right? You need some Pam. Depending on what you use, apparently you can use other types of things to cook in, as long as it's covered. Let's see. What is the white type of pots called? I can't remember. What are they called? And I can't find them. Anyway, I use a Dutch oven. It's awesome. I love the Dutch oven. So I sprayed it with Pam. And I'm just going to come over here and grab my bread, or my dough, and I'm going to flop it right in that damn pan. Just like that. Oh yeah, nothing special. I'm going to be very careful not to burn myself. I'm going to put that lid back on there. Oh yeah. I'm going to put it in the oven. Alright, I'm going to hit pause again. Here we go. Okay, so after about, I bake for half an hour at 475, excuse me. Let's try that again. Bake 475. Cooking time half hour. Okay, so I use convection. It doesn't really matter. I've tried it both ways. I use convection because it heats up faster, I think. And after 30 minutes, I open up the oven. I take the top off. Okay, we're not there yet, but after half an hour, I take the top off of the Dutch oven, and that way it cooks the top for about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. And I'll also add cheese. I got some really nice extra sharp Tillamook cheddar white cheese here, and then some regular Tillamook cheddar. I'll just put it on top, and I'll put the lid back on. I mean, I'll leave the lid off and let it cook for, like I said, maybe 8 or 10 minutes like that. And yeah, come out with really nice looking bread. This is yesterday's bread. You can see it's got nice rise in it, even though I didn't let it rise after I pulled it out of the bowl and slapped it in the thing. It still rises really nice. There's a little bit of cheese on there, a little bit of crust on there. See the cheese, and the yeah, it's just nice and soft, and then the bottom is crispy. It's been sitting in a Ziploc. It's never as good the next day. This bread is you can eat it for a few days, but it's not going to last as long as regular store bread because it doesn't have all the flour conditioners in it and the preservatives. But man, you want to make bread and just throw it back in the same day. This is amazing bread. And again, I've kept it I've eaten it 3 days later and it's still good. It just doesn't have the crispy bottom and it doesn't have quite the texture that it does fresh out of the oven. So anyway, hope that helped. Bye. Alright, so 30 minutes is up. Took the Dutch oven out of the 475 degree oven. Take the top off. There's what she looks like. Alright, non-stick, easy cheesy, right? So at this point I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it for 475 again for 8 minutes. Whoop. See, I am no baker. Cooking time 8 minutes. Before I do that, I'm gonna experiment with some cheese. I did this yesterday. Turned out really nice. I haven't experimented putting any cheese in the bread yet. I probably will at some point soon. I got some extra sharp cheddar. I almost burned myself there. And yellow cheddar, because that's all I have left. It's all Tillamook cheddar, good stuff. No cheesy cheese, as they say, as I say. All right. So there you go. And we'll slap the lid back on without scorching myself. This is a very hot temperature to work with. I just have to be conscious. It's sort of like working with patients, You have to be constantly conscious about what you're doing. So I'm going to put this baby back in the oven for 8 minutes at 475. Actually, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cover it. I meant to leave it uncovered. Alright. 8 minutes uncovered at 475. Alright, so let's take this bad boy out of here. Alright. How's it look? What? No, you didn't. Okay, I know that this is not a calorie watcher, okay? This is not a low-cal thing to make, but I have bumped up the calories here, too. It wouldn't have been so bad, but yum! Alright, so as you can see, it pretty much just slides right out of the old pan, hopefully. Oh! Well, don't want to do that. Ended up on the floor. But thankfully, I just had my house cleaner here. So, no harm, no foul. Yes, no harm, no foul. Well, it doesn't look as pretty as I wanted it to. Anyway, too hot to pick up with the hands. So, gotta do something. Anyway. Alright, so for the sake of this video, I'm gonna cut this bread, show you what it looks like in the middle. Even though I don't cut the bread until it cools down normally, let's see if I can cut it with one hand. I got a nice sharp bread knife. Alright. Kind of hard to cut because there's cheese on the bottom. We'll get her done, I think. You think I was cutting a piece of beef jerky here. And let me set the camera down. Goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. Whew, Drama for your mama. Alright. So there you go. Nice rise. Steaming hot bread. Not bad, right? How do you think that's going to taste? Oh, what? Yeah, it's going to taste awesome. Laugh all you want. This video is meant for laughter, but that's going to be yummy. Love y'all. Bye.